This is Melissa, your tour guide, entertainer, also demonstrator of these things, and I'm Tom. I'm going to drive. So these are under your seats, all right? They're for adults. So I see anyone under 88 pounds, non-adult in our definition. So couple there. So those blue bins at the back, kids' life jackets. All right. Wait, if you don't fancy swimming, wait for the life raft in the big white canister at the back. Yep. And right there, life raft boarding station. And then lastly, we've never used any of that stuff, but one thing we do experience is driving around the city streets. It's always a tight squeeze somewhere, so bad idea waving your arms out the side and not watching what's coming down the road.
Yeah, alrighty. Well, we're going to start off our tour here doing the world's largest three-point turn as we get out of the parking lot. And as we do that, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. As Tom said, my name is Melissa and I will be your tour guide for the next hour. A little bit about myself, I just finished up my first year at Dalhousie University studying in dollars. So a little quick math, this is a $1 million vehicle right here. Also happens to be Atlantic Canada's most popular tour, making you folks some pretty popular people right now. So as we go about the streets, you'll see a lot of people waving at you, jumping up and down, so excited they're seeing the harbor hopper go by. Feel free to wave back. There we go, some lovely folks there. Keep your smile on, you're gonna get a lot of pictures, really good pictures of Halifax right now. Quite a lot, all right. Well, we won't disappoint. As we go throughout the city, I will point out all the great places, give you a little bit of a heads up before we get to the good picture-taking spots. The Citadel is a highlight. Have you guys been up on Citadel Hill yet? Yeah, okay, a couple people, so you know what I'm talking about. Very beautiful up there. Now, when we got our tour vehicles here, they didn't always wave back, but hey, he's a busy guy, got a lot on his plate. This is Grand Parade Square. Looks like we got an event going on over here, guys. Hello! You guys are looking pretty fine down there. This is a big meeting place for city events, and you can see one going on right here. Alrighty. The first Protestant place of worship in Canada. And as we go by, if you look on the second floor, East Moreau, some people say he was standing there when the Halifax explosion went off, but blasted through the window. Others say that he had previously passed, but came back to watch over the early worshipers of his church. Either way, we've tried to replace that pane of glass 3 different times, and the silhouettes over here, got a very scenic part of the city, a giant hole in the middle. Going to be home to the new convention center, currently in the baby stages right now, as you can see. Cool building coming up over on your left. This one right up here, Halifax Academy, home to the first high school in Halifax. Now this would be the time that I would say everybody should get their cameras ready, iPhones, iPads, whatever you got with you to take pictures, as we are going up to visit our Citadel. Some of the best views of the city from up here on top of the hill. This is Canada's second most visited National Historic Site. There we go. This here is the old clock tower, put there by Prince Edward, Duke of Kent. He garrisoned the Citadel up there for about 7 years. Very punctual man, did not like it when his soldiers were late, so he gave them no excuses, put a clock right there in the middle of the city so they would never be late for work. How nice of him. Another cool shot going up over here, guys. Yeah. It does act as part of our defense system, though. If you're standing at the bottom and looking up, you'll notice there's grass all along the top. That acts like an Now, does anyone know how many times much against our Halifax climate? We do get about 170 days of rain or snow a year. So we're currently trying to replace it with granite stone, which you can see over there. You'll also notice 2 ship masts up there. Pretty amazing story about how those got there. Back in 2003, we had a hurricane hit Halifax, Hurricane Juan, and we knew it was going to in Canada. This here's Ballard House, rumored to be the only 5-sided house in. Hello. Up there's Griffin's Pond, named after Frederick Griffin. Now again, completely free to walk through the gardens. But if you feed the ducks at Griffin's Pond, you might be walking away with a $250 fine. It is illegal to feed the ducks due to 1 year. All the friendly tourists and locals had fed them. Up ahead of us, we have Camp Hill Cemetery. Named Camp Hill because it was the last place attacking soldiers could stay before they would be in range of the Citadel's cannons. As well as the first covered skating rink in Canada. See many friendly people out there today. Hey guys. Hey. We give all the people in Spring Garden a big ribbit. All right, guys, you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Ribbit! Woo! Hey, Lindsay. Awesome nurse right there. Very good at her job. Of Halifax, which might explain why it looks a little funny on top. And a young man. Hello folks, how you doing tonight? Up here is another great picture, guys. St. Mary's Basilica. Said to have North America's tallest polished freestanding granite spire. Founded in 1820, made a basilica by Pope Pius XII. There were a lot of mass graves due to some epidemics. This here is Government House, home to our Lieutenant Governor. Built back at the turn of the century in the 1800s. Now this we are coming up to some of the most expensive places to live in Halifax. This is Bishop's Landing right up here, boasting over 206 luxurious suites to live in or to rent. Can cost upwards to $1 million to live in one of these babies, so she is quite expensive. As we go by, if you look up at the top floor, the one with the flowers on it, that's where I live. That's where I'm going after work. Now we are coming up to Alexander Keith's Brewery. Came over at the age of 22, started working under Charles Boggs, became his sole manager and brewer. Eventually did take over 3 years later, started brewing his own India Pale Ale. Quickly grew in popularity, now sold all over the world. They offer a really cool tour in there, all restored to its 1850s appearance. They sing and dance for you. Just artifact exhibit on the Titanic. Also a floating exhibit, the CSS Acadia. Ooh. They do have a full-time boat builder on staff to do repairs to all the little ships they have on display.